What's going on, everybody? Sean Doan here, and today I have a requested video from one of the subscribers, and that is to do a longer, more in-depth keyword research video. So that's what I want to do today, and I didn't really, take a look at any keywords prior to this. I'm just gonna go and see, what I can find. So I don't know how long it'll take, but we'll try and find a couple keywords, a couple good ones. We'll see how it goes. So starting with, by the way, all of this techniques, this is pretty much what I do, but a lot of it I learned from this course, which I'm a part of. So Rapid Publishing Keywords by my friend Michael. It's basically a course on all about finding profitable keywords for your Kindle publishing business. So if you guys are interested, I'll put the link in the description for this. I think the link is link is this. So shondoa.com/rapid. But I'll put it in the description. But anyways, let's get started. So starting with, usually, on the last video I said to go into incognito mode. But it's actually easier if you just sign out and start searching this way. So go to Kindle store. And again, let's start with ketogenic diet. And you can use a KD Spy or this Amazon Quick View. But I mean, let's just take a look at ketogenic diet, right? 5,000 search results, pretty high. Some keywords, if it's not too competitive, we can go in, but 5,000 keywords. Page 1, there's a bunch of books under 100,000 sales rank. So this keyword is super profitable, but maybe it's too competitive, right? And of course, I know that it's super competitive because I've tried ketogenic diet, although it made some money. But if you guys want to rank, I mean, you're basically competing with all these real authors with super high BSR, and you can tell that it's a real published or real authority author, because when they're not using keywords as a title, like the first one and also here, they're not using keywords. The keto diet, that might be a keyword, but the price is $9.99 for the Kindle book. That usually indicates that it's a real author as well. Keto. So to tell if it's a real author or a self-published author, usually is, if the title is just the keyword, if the price is between $2.99 to $4.99, that's usually the price range for a self-published book. And the cover image, you can kind of tell that it's a stock image instead of like a professionally done cover like this. And the reviews aren't too high, and etc. So those kind of stuff. This might be actually a self-published book, or maybe not. And you can also tell here if the publisher, it says independently published or actually published under a company. So anyways, it's a lot harder to compete if all the books on page 1 is by a real author, because they are getting traffic from their email list, from their website, from their YouTube channel, maybe from TV, maybe they are a TV personnel. So they're getting all this traffic, and pretty much our only source of traffic as a self-publisher until you build a brand is from Amazon. So these guys are getting Amazon traffic plus their own traffic from outside of Amazon, and you only have Amazon traffic, and also AMS as, which is still Amazon traffic. So it's pretty hard to compete. So although ketogenic diet is profitable, it's, you probably got to spend a lot in ads just to be on page 1, basically. So that's what I would look at. I mean, if you look at this one, right, it was published on March. Ketogenic diet, it's a stock photo, so you can kind of tell that this is self-published at $3.99. And you can see that the title is ketogenic diet as a keyword only, and then also it's also stuffing keywords. So ketogenic diet for beginners here, ketogenic cookbook, keto diet. So it's stuffing a bunch of keywords. It's all relevant, so it's fine. Um, and then we'll see it's 229. Isn't this the same publisher from that super popular keyword? This one? Yeah, it's the same guy. Oh my god. So this guy is killing it, and he is using a different pen name to try and rank for the same, and he apparently is ranking. So I don't know how the hell this guy is doing this, but he's killing it. Anyways, so ketogenic diet, it is profitable. You can try it, but technically it's profitable, but it's probably pretty hard as well. So to get to to find other keywords, I basically just look at keywords in the subtitle, what I can find. Like in this case, I can try low carb, I can try high fat, I can try weight loss. So start writing down all the keywords that you're seeing. Keywords are basically, again, what people type in here, right? So if people want to search for a way to lose weight, they can put weight loss or weight loss diet, or how to lose weight. These are all keywords. And of course, what Amazon shows you here is also what people are typing in. So these can be considered a keyword, and you can try it as well. But one thing I found going in here is keto meal prep. So that's basically ketogenic diet and also meal prep, right? So let's take a look at this. Basically, this was in the title, but yeah. So this book is selling really well, by the way. And it looks like self-published, 174 pages. Title, keyword stuffed here. The page is $5.99, probably because it's selling a lot. And looking at the author. Oh, maybe it's a real author. No, I think this is self-published, but this is, he made a video for his book. That's pretty smart. I never thought about that. Maybe you can try that too. But yeah, so actually, this is another way I get keywords, like other keywords from one keyword. So I was on ketogenic diet, right? And then I found keto meal prep, and then I opened the author page, and now I have keto meal prep, I have ketogenic diet, instant pot. Don't do instant pot though, because it's trademarked. So never do that, or you'll get banned. Mediterranean diet, so that's another keyword. Ketogenic diet for beginners, adding beginners, that might be a keyword. Keto diet, air fryer, and paleo diet for beginners. So those are all keywords. And the same thing, right? You can go into, let's just say, paleo diet. Now it's 10,000. That is way too big. You can try and break it down into paleo diet for beginners. 2,000 is much better. And what's important is, what you want to consider is that, if you are on paleo diet for beginners search results, you want to make sure that the books that are profitable on page 1 is actually using the same keyword. So if you're in paleo diet for beginners search results, and there are books that are just like paleo diet, or paleo diet for something else like this one, technically it might be profitable, but it's more accurate if you can find books that's using the exact same keyword, like here, paleo diet for beginners, right? And this might be self-published. Never mind, Rockridge Press is a pretty big publisher. But yeah, so paleo diet for beginners, this one is using the exact same keyword. 98,000 in Kindle, so not so much in Kindle, but maybe it's selling for paperback. selling so-so, nothing amazing. It's probably, and then so if you find a keyword that seems profitable but this book is not selling, right? You got to ask yourself, why is it not selling? In this case, the cover sucks, and that's probably why. The cover is terrible. If you find a book that's selling amazing, well, this is a free book, but if you find a book that's selling amazing like this, why is it selling? Besides the fact that it's it's a real author or authority book, the cover is very good, and she's probably getting traffic from outside of Amazon. But let's see if we can find some other example. So this one's self-published, independently published, and it's selling fairly well on books, right? Why is it selling? Of course, it's keyword optimized on both Paleo Diet and Paleo Diet for Beginners. The cover is decent, and that's probably why. Or maybe he got in June 2017 when it wasn't that competitive, and he retained his rank. That's another thing I actually look at, is the release date of the book, because even if it's really, really profitable, right? If there's a lot of movement on page 1, meaning all the books on page 1 has been published within like the past couple months. That means, if I publish now and if I rank on page 1, there's going to be a lot more books that's going to be published in the same keywords. And, of course, new books get a boost by Amazon for the first 30 days. And so, it might kick my book out, and it's kind of hard to come back unless you run ads, right? And of course, AMS ads are growing, and, that's a way to keep your book selling. But if there's a lot of movement on page 1, I try to avoid that keyword as well. But for Paleo Diet for Beginner keywords, well, for this keyword, seems to not have much movement. I mean, 2018, but 2016, 2017, 2017, 2018, this is recent, 2014. So this might be a keyword you can try, and it might be good. 2000 is not too bad. So another way you can get keywords, of course, is going back to the main keyword and then giving Amazon a chance to give you a suggestion. So Paleo Diet Cookbook, 8,000 is a little too much, but let's just see if it's profitable, which it probably is. So the first book, Paleo Diet, The Real Paleo Cookbook. So this one is, see, that's interesting. It's selling terrible in Kindle, but it's selling really, really good on paperback. So this is definitely a paperback strong keyword, and that's good because you make more money on paperback. But this is authority published. This is independently published Paleo Slow Cooker Cookbook. So you can try this as well. Amazing rank. $500 Paleo Diet. So obviously it's not that keyword optimized because it has 500 in it, but Paleo Diet recipes is something we can try, and it is selling pretty good, and also it is self-published as well. So that's kind of how you just keep going, finding keywords. And of course, my favorite way is if I find a self-published book that's doing good, I open the author, and obviously this guy he doesn't have a author bio, but he's been publishing under this pen name for a long time, and he has a lot of books that's making a lot of money. And these are all keyword optimized, so you can just copy one by one into your notes as a keyword that you can check for profitability. And again, never do instant pot. But the next thing you want to ask is how can you compete, you know? If you're trying to compete in, say for example, this Mediterranean instant, well, it's instant pot. So, you know, just for an example, if you're trying to compete in Mediterranean instant pot cookbook, considering that if instant pot is not trademarked and you can go in, how can you beat this guy? You know, obviously the cover is really good, so you have to get a better cover than that, which is kind of tricky but possible. Maybe you can try $4.99 for the Kindle. You know, make um, the perceived value for the book a little higher, right? That might work actually. You know, the paperback as well. Maybe you can try a higher price because you can't really go lower than $5.99, but you can go higher. And you know, it's sometimes it actually sells better if you price your book higher because of the perceived value. So people think, you know, because it's higher priced, maybe there's more pages, or you know, it's more popular, or you know, the value information is better, right? So you can try and, you know, differentiate yourself that way as well. Also the title, if it's 25 easy Mediterranean diet recipes, the simple way to try and compete is to do 30 easy recipes, or you know, more, right? But if the book has a lot, like say this was 100 easy Mediterranean diet recipes, and it's kind of hard to make 120, you know, say for example the ghostwriting fees becomes too much, you can simply say, you know, 50 best easy Mediterranean, you know what I mean? So you can try and go lower, but add a little twist saying, hey, you know, 50 best. So instead of showing 100, you know, recipes, I will show you the 50 best recipes. So that's kind of how you can differentiate and try and compete in keywords like this. And same as this lady or a guy. These are all keyword optimized, so you can check one by one, right? Essential oils, maybe whole food. 3,000. So I guess the simplest way to remember is what, you know, how do you determine if a keyword is profitable? The keyword is profitable if there's at least like 4 books on page 1 selling really well. And really well, I guess, you know, the minimum mark is 100,000 BSR. So if it's under 100,000 BSR, I guess it's considered, you know, decent. Under 50,000 is a lot better. But in this case, you know, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So pretty much everything on page 1 except this book, right? Then again, you have to ask yourself, why is this book the only one that's not selling, you know? And is it the cover? Is it just the author's not famous? Those kind of questions. But let's see. Now, obviously, this is not selling because it's irrelevant. It's not about the diet, right? It's showing up here, but it's not relevant to whole food. Another thing I look at is, because it's kind of hard to compete in with a authority book, I see if there's other self-published book on page 1 that's making money, because so basically I check, you know, if there's other self-published book on page 1 that's making money, because that means their sole traffic sources from Amazon, and if they are making money, if they are able to compete in this keyword, then I should be able to come in and compete as well, right? So that's what I look at. So this could be a self-published book, I think. And if this guy is selling, I mean, one review, 21,000. So if she's selling, I can try and come in and see if I can make money as well. Yeah, and obviously I don't count this book, right? So I said, if there's at least 4 books on page one making money, it's a good keyword. But obviously, I will not count this. The reason why is because it's keto, keto quick start. Although it has whole foods, though, I just noticed that. So I still wouldn't count it because I'm looking at, the how profitable whole food is, and there is a keto whole food here. If I wanted to check for the profitability of keto whole food, I would just type it in and I would just check that, and so I would not count this on just the whole food keyword because it's kind of a off topic thing. And again, you can just go and get more keywords like anti-inflammatory diet, immune system, heal inflammation. You can just check all of those as well. Plant-based ketogenic vegetarian diet. Yeah. So that's kind of how I do keyword research and analyze the market. Um, this video didn't really have a structure. I'm just kind of, you know, talking based on what I see, and hopefully I made sense to you, and hopefully this cleared up some questions, concerns that you had. But basically, if you look for search results, the lower is better. So 168 is very good, and you look at the profitability, right? So anything under 100,000, if the book is self-published, that's even better because it shows that somebody else is doing what you're trying to do and they're making money. So that's a proof of concept, right? If they can do it, you can probably do it too. Then, if you determine that the keyword is good, you want to start seeing how you can compete. So how can you be different than all this book that is out there? Can you come up with a different new concept? Or if you want to stay in the same concept, then can you come up with a better cover maybe? It looks like what's selling is a 2-book bundle for a self-published book, so maybe a 2-book bundle or a bundle book in general is more popular. But this one is ketogenic diet and keto vegetarian and anti-inflammatory. So maybe that's a good combination to bundle, or maybe you can do that in one book. Ketogenic diet. So maybe you can do like a keto whole food diet, considering that if that's a good keyword. Actually, it is. So you can do keto whole food diet, 50 best recipes to reduce inflammation, restore immune system, whatever, right? So that's something you can try as well. So hopefully that was helpful and cleared up some questions that you had regarding to keyword research. Now, I cannot share everything that was in the course, so this is just a simple, step-by-step keyword research video. But if you want more advanced tactics, strategies, different ways to find keywords, different ways to find best-selling keywords, I highly recommend you take a look at this course, Rapid Publishing Keywords. I'll put the link in the description if you're interested, so you can take a look there as well. But that's it for the video. If you liked it, please like and subscribe, and I will see you on the next one.